On March 10, 2026, the Tibetan community in Switzerland and Liechtenstein held a march and demonstration in Zurich to commemorate the 67th anniversary of Tibetan Uprising Day. Nearly 800 people took part in the event, primarily members of the local Tibetan community and their supporters, along with representatives of religious groups, including Christians. The president of the Cantonal Council of Zurich also attended and delivered remarks. At 10:30 a.m., participants gathered at Werdmülleplatz in Zurich. Event organizers expressed their appreciation to those in attendance. Subsequently, Sang Jae-kep, Chinese liaison officer of the Tibetan Bureau in Geneva for Europe, stated that for decades the Chinese government has implemented policies of repression in Tibet. These include the forced promotion of Mandarin in education, restrictions on the use of Tibetan language, sending large numbers of Tibetan children to boarding schools for assimilation, forced labor transfers, and comprehensive control over religious affairs. He also cited a Swiss government report on transnational repression targeting Tibetans abroad, urging Tibetans to report any threats or surveillance to Swiss authorities. He warned that remaining silent could lead to greater danger. Following the rally, demonstrators marched from Werdmülleplatz to the Chinese consulate in Zurich. Along the way, participants chanted slogans such as "Stop Persecution," "Respect Life," "Faith is no crime," and "We want justice," drawing the attention of passers-by. In front of the Chinese consulate, representatives from different groups delivered speeches, expressing concern over freedom and human rights. Among them, Jiang Shitang, a Christian from the Church of Almighty God, described the Chinese Communist Party's ongoing crackdown on the church. She stated that over the past 3 decades, arrests and persecution of CAG members have never ceased. According to incomplete statistics, in 2025 alone, at least 19,191 members were arrested, 8,996 were subjected to torture or forced brainwashing, 2,291 were sentenced, and at least 23 died as a result of persecution. Among those arrested, the oldest was 93 years old, and some elderly believers in their 70s and 80s, despite suffering from serious illnesses, were still sentenced to prison and subjected to abuse, violent brainwashing, and torture while in custody. She emphasized that the CCP's persecution of the Church of Almighty God continues to this day. After the speeches concluded, participants remained at the site to continue discussions. Many expressed hope that the event would help draw greater international attention to human rights conditions and religious freedom in China.